In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to find cash buyers for wholesaling real estate through 4 different methods that you can do 100% virtually, so that if you do want to travel the world like me, you guys can wholesale real estate, find cash buyers, and close deals from anywhere in the world. We're gonna be doing a live screen share. I'm gonna be going click by click, step by step, exactly how to do it. So be sure to get your notepad, pen, paper, whatever it is, save this video so you guys can come back to it so you can always know exactly how to find the right cash buyers for your deals. Now, when it comes to wholesaling, a lot of beginner wholesalers really struggle with buyers, because what they do is they put so much time, effort, and energy into trying to get the deal with the homeowner, which of course is very important, and then they think they have to have this gigantic buyers list, and so it seems too big of a task. They don't put the time in because they think they have to have a gigantic buyers list, and then they're stuck with a deal and no buyer, and then they have to cancel the deal. And believe me, I've been there, and there's nothing more defeating when you're just starting and you get that contract signed, you got it, and then you have to cancel because you couldn't find a buyer in time. So we want to make sure that we have legitimate, solid, good buyers. And so what happens a lot of times, if you guys have experienced it or not, is you basically waste time negotiating deals that you can't close because you don't already have these cash buyers built out. You then lose credibility with potential agents. You lose credibility with homeowners. The stress kills your momentum because you're putting all this time and effort into trying to get that contract signed, and then you can't sell it, cancel it, and it feels defeated. It feels like you just wasted all this time, and all that can be very easily avoided. So let's dive into the laptop, dive into the 4 methods on how to close these deals. Method number 4 is the easiest and the fastest, so be sure to watch all the way to the end when we get to method number 4. And through all these different methods, there are ways that you guys want to talk to these cash buyers. If you guys want the free cash buyer script, that is linked down in the description below, so be sure to go grab that before you guys start reaching out to these cash buyers so you know exactly what to say. All right, let's dive into the laptop and go over the 4 different methods to finding cash buyers. Now that we're here inside the laptop, you guys can see method number 1 is Facebook groups. Now, with Facebook groups, there's pros and there's cons. The pro is it's very fast, it's very easy, it's very simple, and it's free. The con is there's a lot of people in Facebook groups that pose as end buyers, and they're other wholesalers, and they do what in the industry is called daisy chaining. Daisy chaining, in my opinion, and in the opinion of most legitimate wholesalers, it's pretty scummy. So what daisy chaining is let's say you have a deal and you post it in a Facebook group, or you reach out to a buyer in a Facebook group, and the daisy chainer, who's another wholesaler, pretends to be an end buyer, signs a contract with you, and then they go try and sell the deal. The issue is you've signed a contract with them, so you're contractually obligated to work with them, although you don't know they're not an end buyer. They then, let's say, can't sell the deal, waste all your time, and now your deal's dead. So to make sure you guys avoid daisy chainers, the number one thing you guys want to do is whenever you sell a deal, you want to have your earnest money be $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. You want to have that be due within 24 hours of a signed contract, and it must be non-refundable. If the buyer does not deposit that earnest money within the time frame of 24 hours to the title company and you get a receipt, they fall through and it goes to the next buyer. Automatically, no questions asked. So as far as finding the Facebook groups for these buyers, you guys can literally just go to groups, search groups, and then search wholesale real estate with the name of the city or the state. You guys can search off-market real estate. You guys can search investors, stuff like that. And this example is Florida off-market real estate. So you're gonna hop in the group, you're gonna come over to the search button, and you're gonna search cash buyers. Super easy. Now, in this example, you can see right here, investors, cash buyers in Port Charlotte. So this guy's looking for cash buyers. You can then just go to the comment section. You can see who commented, Eric Rhoda, there you go. Reach out to him, there you go. Potential end cash buyer. So this person's saying, I have a cash buyer. We don't want to reach out to that person. Tampa cash buyers, I'm a wholesaler, yada, yada. Comment section, boom, Nate, cash buyer. There we go. Looking for cash buyers wanted hot, fix, and flip in the panhandle. Go to the comment section, you guys get it. Something else you guys can do is you guys can make posts like this. Just be aware of the daisy chainers. And the other thing to watch out for in Facebook groups is people that are gonna say, hey, here's a list of cash buyers. Do you wanna pay for this? Please don't. Please, 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 for the love of God, do not waste your money. I guarantee it's some old, bad, recycled data that someone on Fiverr pulled from PropStream or something like that, 3 years ago, and they've been reselling the same list over and over and over again, and it's just not high quality data. So save your money, please do not pay for that. So that is method number 1, Facebook groups. Super easy, super fast. Just remember those key things you want to watch out for. Next up, we're gonna go to Zillow. Zillow, there are 2 different ways to find 2 different types of cash buyers. First one is gonna be cash buyers for fix and flips. Second one is gonna be landlord buyers who will probably buy cash, but they will also probably buy seller finance deals, which are great. So if you guys are doing new homes or higher quality homes that have been renovated on seller financing terms, this is where you're gonna be able to find those buyers for free. So in this example, I have Clearwater, Florida pulled up right here. For finding cash buyers, you're gonna put for sale, home type, you wanna have house selected, and then underneath more, scroll down and put the keyword renovated. Super easy. You're gonna hit apply, look at the photos and try and find something that looks like it was beautifully renovated, like this one. Here you go. Look at that. Look at that inside. That is a fix and flip. You can typically tell because it's super updated on the inside, professional photography, etc. What I would do is come over here and call Estella, phone number's right there, and say, hey Estella, this is Eric. I'm reaching out about your listing over there on 1621 South Keene Road in Clearwater. It looks like that was a fix and flip. Do you know if the people that renovated it are looking for another flip in the area? And there you go. That's it. Sometimes the agents won't connect you directly, but they will present the deals to the buyers because the agent still wants to get paid. If that's the case, just let the agent know that the buyer is going to have to pay the agent. You're not going to pay the agent for connecting the buyer can take care of them. So that's a super easy way to find buyers through real estate agents for free. The second way, if we want to find landlord buyers and pretty good seller finance buyers, is we're going to stay on Zillow. You want to go to for rent. Underneath home type, you make sure you want to keep houses selected. We don't want to try and go call an apartment complex. Underneath more, you can get rid of the keyword renovated because that does not matter. We just want to find all the rental properties listed. Now, once we find one, we can scroll down, and this one's listed by, Wyckoff Properties LLC. Phone number, boom, there you go. And again, the cash buyer script down below, if you've not downloaded that yet, tells you exactly how to talk to these buyers. So be sure to go download that. It's absolutely free. So that is Zillow. We've gone over Facebook, Zillow. Method number 3 is where we get into the paid variation of finding cash buyers. And for this one, we're going to be using PropStream. There's a free trial of PropStream down below. So if you guys do want to utilize PropStream in the methods I'm about to show you for free and then cancel, you can. I'm not a huge fan of that. I think PropStream is worth paying for. So I'd recommend you guys do the free trial, utilize it, see how well it works, and then keep it. But if you're super tight on budget or have no money and you like this strategy, you can technically do that. We have PropStream pulled up. I put in Clearwater, Florida, again, just to maintain congruency. We're gonna come over to the filter button right here. Now that we're under filter, you wanna click cash buyer, but cash buyer is not the only thing you wanna press, okay? And there's a couple reasons for that. Number 1, it could be a cash buyer that buys mobile homes and you could be wholesaling houses. It could be a cash buyer that bought a house 30 years ago, and we don't need a cash buyer that used to buy houses. We need cash buyers that buy houses now. It could also be someone that bought a vacation home in cash and is not an investor. They just happen to own a second home and they happen to have bought it in cash. We want to make sure we eliminate all of those. So with that, we're going to go through the filters. I'm going to show you guys how to avoid those. So we have cash buyers selected. Scroll down. Because we're primarily focusing on houses right now, we have residential, single family. You guys want to make sure you select those. If you are doing vacant land, you can click that. If you are doing condos or mobile homes or whatever, you guys can click those other things, but we're thinking single family for right now. Now we're going to keep scrolling down, and you're going to scroll down until you get to the owner information and occupancy, okay? So first one is years of ownership. We want to put a maximum of 1 right here, because again, we want cash buyers that are actively buying, not buyers that used to buy houses 20 years ago and now don't do anything in the real estate space. So years of ownership, 1, and then number of properties owned. I have 10 as the example. If you guys want to do 5 or 6 or 7, you guys can. I would just make sure it's at least more than 3, because if it's 2 or 1, it's probably someone that either bought their primary residence in cash or they bought a vacation home in cash. So if you have 10 plus, odds are that's a pretty hefty cash buyer. So right here we have our 52 unique properties. So now we have 52 cash buyers that have bought properties in Clearwater, Florida in the last 12 months, and they own 10 or more properties. Amazing. What are the next steps to get in touch with them? let's show you. So we can see right here, we see the owner name. This is an LLC. If you're thinking, Eric, how do I get in touch with an LLC? I'm gonna show you guys. And something else cool you guys can do is you can go to linked properties. You can see they own 13 properties. That's great. So for this one, if it's an LLC, you guys can take that and go to a website called opencorporates.com. This will give you some inside information on these LLCs. So you're gonna type the name of the LLC right there and put the state that it's registered in. Hit the search button, you can see right here, Safety Net Group LLC, there we go. And then agent name is Michael Zalkind, and there's the address. There we go. So then, to get in touch with him, you can go to either cyberbackgroundchecks.com, truepeoplesearch.com, or fastpeoplesearch.com. You then take his name and this address, put it in there, and it spits out phone numbers, and then you call them. With skip tracing, it's never, ever, ever 100% accurate. So don't come at me telling me that the skip tracing websites don't work. They do work. There's just gonna be wrong phone numbers because it's giving you the phone number that is most likely to be theirs, not 100% guarantee. So if it's an LLC, that's how you get their phone number from there. If it's owned by an individual, you guys skip the open corporate step and you can just go straight to cyber background checks, which is my favorite, True People Search, which is my second favorite, and Fast People Search, which is my third favorite. Any of those three websites, you can skip trace anybody for free. If you want to save time, what you can do is you can click all those and you can add them to a cash buyer list. You can then export it and then bulk skip trace them. We do have discounted skip tracing in the community, so if you guys are inside of Freedom Fundamentals, you guys can skip trace them there. If you're not, it's only $1 to join with the link in the description below. Hope to see you guys inside. If you don't want to skip trace them there, you can go to any other skip tracing website and skip trace a bulk list so you don't have to manually skip trace one by one because that is very time consuming. So that is method number 3. PropStream, again, there's a free trial down below if you guys want to hop on it and be able to just go build up your cash buyers list just like this. Now, method number 4, what I said earlier, is my favorite. It's super fast, super easy, but it is paid. Now, we are a partner with this company, so there is a link down below with the code FREEDOM. If you guys put that in, you get a free trial and you get half off your first month. It is normally $199 a month. With the code, it's 50% off for the first month. This software is going to make your disposition process a breeze. So check this out. Software is called InvestorBase. Now, what you want to do is you're going to type the address of a deal you have. I'm going to go pull up a deal that I did a couple years ago, which is 1531 Valencia Street in Clearwater, Florida. Now, I want to search for buyers in a 2-mile radius in the past 6 months. I want a single-family home buyer, and let's say my deal is a fix and flip. I want flippers. Then you're going to hit skip trace and save results and hit search. Now, look at how much time this saves, right? When it comes to wholesaling and softwares and stuff, typically, if it's free, it takes longer and it's more work. If it's paid, it's faster and it's easier. So that comes down to where your budget's at. But right here, so this is a map of all the fix and flips within a 2-mile radius with all those filters we just set. There's 23 right here. You can just download this whole list, or you can go right here and you can say, okay, this is my property, and then there's this one. Literally the exact same street. 1511 Valencia Street. This is the address. There's the flipper's name. This one, unfortunately, does not have a phone number. 9 times out of 10 it does, like this one. This is one street over, 1503 Tangerine Street. It was purchased by West Bright LLC. You guys get to skip the open corporate step. Again, saves you time. Time is money. More time, more deals, more money. And you can see the phone numbers right there. And then you just call them. Another cool thing that this software does is it gives you a smart match, basically saying it's AI technology saying these are the people that are most likely to buy the deal of all of the buyers that you're currently viewing. So of the 23 buyers in these areas, these top couple smart match ones are the best one. And there's a fire next to this one because this person came up twice. So if I had this deal, 1531 Valencia Street, Aris Polosca is the first person I would call. Because right there, boom, 1609 or 1601 Pine Street and 1503 Tangerine Street. So if my deal's right here and this person flipped this house and this house, you think they want to flip the deal I have? Probably. And again, their phone number's right there. You just call them up. And again, if you're not sure what to say, the cash buyer script down below is free. Go download that. So that's for fix and flips. With InvestorBase, let's say we want landlords. So the exact same thing. The only thing we change is landlords. and uncheck flippers and then search. So if you guys have a good creative finance deal to make a great rental property or a sub 2 deal or something like that, this would be a super, super easy way to find end buyers for rental properties, especially on seller financing. Right here, again, it's the exact same thing. Smart match right there. It gives you the phone numbers, and there you go. And then you just call them and reach out, see if they're interested in the deal. So guys, those are the 4 methods to find cash buyers virtually. Again, I just did all of this and I can make a phone call from where I am right now, which is Curacao. You do not have to be in the United States or do these deals in person. You guys can do this 100% virtually. I've been traveling the world for 18 months at the time of this recording, and we're still closing deals left and right. It is all virtual. So don't let anybody tell you you have to wholesale real estate in person. You can do this all from your computer. If you guys find this video helpful, comment down below any questions you guys have on other topics you guys want me to cover. And don't forget to watch the other videos on my channel on scaling your company, how to automate it, how to travel the world, and how to close some real estate deals.